Thank you for joining me. I do hope that the title, Thermometer or Thermostat, at least, again, got your attention for a moment, and at least the consideration of investing the next 500 seconds in this topic today. Always about resilience, you know that. So when I say thermometer or thermostat, the underlying idea is for you to consider how you set the environment that you walk into every day. Just consider that as the foundation for discussion today. Wherever you go, on your travels, your walks, your business, personal, pleasure, things you do, wherever you go, even by yourself, even with someone else, think about that. No, observe that, please, about setting the environment that you walk into. And consider that statement just like with your purpose and your message. You set that. Instead of being reset by the environment, conditions, circumstances, weather, relationships, job, no job, money, no money, you set the standard, the quality, your value to present to your creator, to yourself, and then to others that you encounter on that journey. I'm saying you and I should not allow the outside to dictate your beauty, your desire, your discipline, or your drive. We have the duty to build upon and reinforce your own infrastructure, your OEM structure given and graced to you to use and to apply every day and in every moment. At the same time, if you accept that premise, you've given this original manufacturer's construct or design. I'm asking you to not ask for more of that. There is no more. There's no more of you. There's no more to this moment, by the way. There is no more best to get to or achieve in this moment. Because just like the perfect that you already are, and just as a sidebar, remember that term perfect is not exclusive to the prophet Jesus or whoever. That perfect, as defined in the Oxford English Dictionary, is complete or in the process of completing. That is what perfect means. So remember that, please. And sometimes I'm saying that low level or simple definition is kind of low. As we used to say in the airborne infantry, we come in low and hot, we used to say. The key word there being hot. And thus the question about the type of resilient person that you are. Back to the title. Are you a thermostat or thermometer? Both of them, those terms, can measure your hotness, pun intended, ladies, or heat, gentlemen. But a thermometer reacts and responds to the external or renders a judgment on the temperature. But a thermostat, as an analogy and as an example choice for you, sets the temperature from within and then dictates the quality of the environment from within. I heard this clip from a rabbi. I think his name was Rabbi Shais Taub. Forgive me if I didn't quote his name properly. He says to become a thermostat, as an example, that's from your infrastructure. That's from your awareness of your value and your quality.
Why are some people thermostats and other people thermometers? So first of all, let me explain. In another video, I spoke about two types of people in the world, thermostats and thermometers. What's the difference? The thermometer person is reactive. The thermostat person sets the tone. A thermometer tells you the temperature in the room, whereas the thermostat tells the room the temperature. One is a product or a result of its environment. The other is dictating to its environment. So why do you have these two types of people? The reality is most of us fluctuate back and forth between these as states of being. However, there are certain times in life where we have a breakthrough, where we can really go from having been largely in a thermometer state, meaning being very reactive, to taking off into a thermostat state where we become influential instead of reactive. I think it's important to realize that most of us are born reactive. We are babies and we're taking in all the stimuli of the world and we're trying to decode how it makes us feel. And so our first experiences of the world are very much about how does the world make me feel? How am I reacting to what's being done to me? So that passive reactive state is very much the initial phase that we go through in childhood and adolescence. However, true adulthood is when we become aware of what's happening and we understand that as much as the stimuli are affecting me, but however, I have choices that I can still make. I have choices over my thought, my speech, and my action, and that those choices will have a ripple effect on my environment, which then comes back to me. And if I can get into a mode where I'm really locked in with my behavioral choices, I can create a positive feedback loop where I'm putting out positivity and it's bouncing back to me in the environment and building a very healthy momentum.
That ability to set the temperature of wherever you go comes from your exposure and self-discovery of what's inside of you and that you have defined as your desire, of your discipline, of your drive. And that setting that emanates, expresses, and shares your beauty first to yourself and to your creator, and then to your world, and then, of course, by extension, to others that you might encounter. Thermostat. Thermostat. Stay hot, my friends. Stay hot. Don't go cool on your purpose and your message. It is yours to give and to share, not yours to withhold. So no need to be hot like angry hot, but hot like active, hot emotion, hot with intention. Not just warm or cool or lukewarm about who and what you have recognized you to be, but just consider that as part of you. And that's how, wherever you go, however you arrive in a destination or a plateau or a checkpoint, stay hot on who you are. Not that you have to give your message and your purpose expressed in every step on your journey, but that should be the underlying metric, the underlying tone, the underlying rhythm, if you will, about how you move, how you observe, how you communicate, and how you present yourself. It's all about being consistent, not constant. Those constants, actually a great thing to tell you right now, those constants are given. So don't worry about those. That breath you're getting right now, that blood in your veins that are right now, that heartbeat you're receiving right now, that life essence that was given to you, those are the constants. Nothing you need to do about that. Only thing you need to do is appreciate that, respect that, respect the repository, i.e. your body. Take care of it, maintain it, and feed it with more positivity than negativity. Feed it with more courage actions than actions of vanity. Feed it. Again, my presumption is that you agree with focus on the positive side and not the negative side of this life. That's what I'm talking about. Stay present, stay hot. Be the I can't even say it. Be the thermostat and set the environment, the conditions inside of you that you express outwardly, and you won't be affected by whatever happens, the variables. You have the constants. Stay with those. Stay present, stay current. Remember, no matter where you are in this world, it's always 820.